Some people say that there's a pier in Wigan town somewhere. George Formby said it led to sands on stilts up in the air. Some folks will say that it's a myth, but I don't think that they're right. 'Cause I once fell off yon Wigan pier, staggering home one night. 'Cause it's long and it's strong and it leads nowhere. You can see it when the weather is clear. If you feel inclined and you've got the time, you can spend a lovely day on Wigan pier. I've taken part in catching tribe in waters deep and clean. You dangle mint balls on a string and hope that they are seen by sticks of tribe that swim around all shiny, bright and new. And just to show where they come from, there's Wigan written all through. 'Cause it's long and it's strong and it leads nowhere. You can see it when the weather is clear. If you feel inclined and you've got the time, you can spend a lovely day on Wigan pier. One day I saw the QE2 come sailing up to pier. The bunting flew and brass band played to show the Queen were here. She stepped ashore to thunderous cheers and started to recall. I've seen some piers throughout the years, but this pier beats them all. 'Cause it's long and it's strong and it leads nowhere. You can see it when the weather is clear. If you feel inclined and you've got the time, you can spend a lovely day on Wigan pier. So if you were told that there's a pier in Wigan town somewhere, don't laugh it off like others do. Look round, you'll see it there. It's spick and span and painted white and standing out a mile. But if you're asked just where it is, don't say much, just smile. 'Cause it's long and it's strong and it leads nowhere. You can see it when the weather is clear. If you feel inclined and you've got the time, you can spend a lovely day on Wigan pier. 'Cause it's long and it's strong and it leads nowhere. You can see it when the weather is clear. If you feel inclined and you've got the time, you can spend a lovely day on Wigan pier.
Arthur Edward Picker's Guild, working hard at mill, sorting out the bales, the ones to empty and to fill. But Saturday night he's rushing home to check his football pools. Well, Chelsea won and let him down, and so did Hartlepool's. So up at dawn on Monday morn, working for his rent. Money's hard to come by and half's already spent. 'Cause Billy wants a pair of shoes and Tilly wants a dress, and Frida wants some curling pins, she says her hair's a mess. And so where do you go from here? Where in life do you belong? You work so hard throughout your life to make your country great, and now it runs away from you, leaving you behind and out of date. Every week your Sunday joint's no bigger than your thumb, with 8 of us to share it, and that's not including Mum. But first you've got to find it, and the kids are looking out. It's their dad in the process peas behind that Brussels sprout. And Frida's getting married soon, you'll have to pay for due. Inviting all the folks we know will cost a bob or two. And after all the toasting and the speeches and the gags, it's back to working overtime and rolling your own fags. And so, where do you go from here? Where in life do you belong? You fought for king and country with your comrades in the war. And is it any different now? You're fighting to exist just like before. And so, where do you go from here? Life's inclined to hurry by. Your clubs went out with ration boots, but still you carry on forever if you can, 'cause you're the kind of man who can't afford to die. It's nigh on 50 years since I moved into this street, and there's no kind of people you could ever hope to meet. But I've had a note from council, a young chap brought it round. He said that very soon they're going to knock our houses down. But he told me not to worry, they've just the place for me. A brand new flat not far from here, just waiting there to see. So I thought I'd take a stroll round there and give the place the eye. But it came as quite a shock to find it 15 stories high. Oh, I don't want to leave me all too up, too down. It isn't much to look at, but at least it's on the ground. It would surely break my heart for me to say goodbye when they move me to that room up in the sky. Well, I asked me next door neighbour why we have got to go, but he was none the wiser. No one seems to know. He said there were a rumour that he heard the other day. Someone said they need the space to build a motorway. So now I'll have to pack me bags, it's going to be a squeeze. They're into suitcase large enough to hold me memories. And I can't take me old dog Ben, 'cause pets they aren't allowed. They say he won't be suited to a life amongst the clouds. Oh, I don't want to leave me all too up, too down. It isn't much to look at, but at least it's on the ground. It would surely break my heart for me to say goodbye when they move me to that room up in the sky. Just the other day I saw me old friend Mrs. Brown. She has a flat the same as mine on t'other side of town. She said it's nice and cosy, but there's one thing makes her vexed. She doesn't see a single soul from one day to the next. Well, the more I think about it, the more I want to stay. I wish that I could close my eyes and make it go away. The only consolation, I'll say to be quite fair, I'm sure to get to heaven, 'cause I'll be halfway there. Oh, I don't want to leave me all too up, too down. It isn't much to look at, but at least it's on the ground. It would surely break my heart for me to say goodbye when they move me to that room are waiting by the harbor, or looking seaward from the hammer. Heave around, boys, and we'll anchor ere the sun sets on Magdalene. Feel your bow, boys, let her go, boys, swing your head round and hold together. Feel your bow, boys, let her go, boys, sailing forward to Magdalene. On the streets dark and dim came a lassie so slim, with a voice that could make the world sing. In her tops and her shawls, she'd a song for us all, like a skylark on hovering wing. By the factory wall, all her workmates would call, "Hey Gracie, won't you give us a song?" She would whistle and sing, make the factory yards ring with the sounds that they love best of all. Our Gracie, with her headscarf in hand, our Gracie, with her re-inted grand. Throughout all the years, she brought laughter and tears in her own special way. That was Gracie. You've a voice pure and clear, come and sing for us here. Came a cry from the bright city lights. So she packed up her shawl, gave a wave to us all. Fame and fortune was now in her sight. On the Hollywood screen, our Gracie was seen, and the world heard the song she held dear. Our own famous star, now respected afar, for a voice and a warmth so sincere. Our Gracie, with her headscarf in hand, our Gracie, with her re-inted grand. Throughout all the years, she brought laughter and tears in her own special way. That was Gracie. When she left Rochdale town, there was never a frown, or the straight talk in Lancashire lads. Though her name was renowned, she kept her feet on the ground, and she always remembered her past. But on the Isle of Capri, or across the wide sea, our Gracie said a final farewell. But she'll always remain our North Country dame, and our children forever will tell. Our Gracie, with her headscarf in hand, our Gracie, with her re-inted grand. Throughout all the years, she brought laughter and tears in her own special way. That was Gracie, our Gracie, with her headscarf in hand, our Gracie, with her re-inted grand. Throughout all the years, she brought laughter and tears in her own special way. That was Gracie. Come, ladies and gents, I've a song ready-made, and to sing it I'm sure that you'll not be afraid. For I'll tell you at once I'm a weaver by trade, So sing success to the weavers forever whose art. Here are goods every day we're exporting by bales, and in merchandise ours as the night never fails. For each ship leaving port owes the weaver for sails. So sing success to the weavers forever whose art.
Here now, let me tell thee a little tale I know. It's about a little lad called Sam, who were born 200 years ago. Now this little chap called Sam, he grew up to be nobody's fool. He turned out to be really clever. Well, he must have been really, because he invented the spinning mule.
The queen in her robes may so gracefully stand, and her nobles about her may look great and grand. Still they get all their cloth by the work of our hand. So sing success to the weavers forever whose art. But for us how your soldiers would often repent, when houseless to sleep on their knapsacks they're sent. But the weaver, you see, gives each soldier his tent. So sing success to the weavers forever whose art.
Now just sit down and think about what he did, and how many jobs he found, in weaving sheds and spinning rooms, for folk all over Bolton town. They were shuffling there at 6 o'clock in the morning, in the clogs and shawls, to them whooking, clanging, banging looms, behind them big factory walls.
If exhausted you feel and by August you beat, in the heat or the cold a small rest would be sweet. Then think of the weavers' fine blankets and sheets, and sing success to the weavers forever whose heart. The ladies are pretty, as all will confess, and he's stupid or blind, I am sure who says less. But then to the weavers they're indebted for dress. So sing success to the weavers forever whose heart.
Now many a lot went deaf with noise, because it were no use trying to shout. So they used to ming-maw to each other and wave all their arms about. Now they were really glad for work at mills. Oh, aye. They were proud to be factory men. Well, it meant bread and butter, you see. And years ago, times they were a lot harder then.
Then since we for mankind are sent here to weave, for our looms and our shuttles will not hardly grieve. My song is just ending, so I'll take my leave. So sing success to the weavers forever whose heart.
Now Sam's fame it came to late, alas, because he died a poor chap. But though mill owners made all brass, he put Bolton off map. His statue stands on Bradshawgate, but to me it doesn't quite seem fair. Because I reckon with a man as clever as him, it should be on Town Hall Square.
Weavers forever whose heart. While glancing at the newspaper at the matrimonial part, my eye fell on an advert to give me quite a start. It said apply at number 3, it was quite near at hand. They'll find a widow with £1,000, all she wants is a nice young man. be up your way next week. I'll be up your way next week. She's a widow with 1,000 quid. I don't give a damn if she's 1,000 kids. She just wants a fella to tickle her, so to speak. Well, I'm the sort of fella who will tickle her forever, and I'll be up your way next week. Our old Tom's a queer old Tom, the finest Tom for miles. And every blinking evening he goes out promenading on the tiles. Another old Tom told our old Tom of a female that he knew. Said she was a tabby from the Isle of Man, and our Tom went. And I'll be up your way next week. I'll be up your way next week. She's a tabby from the Isle of Man. I'll teach her how to do the gay can-can. Tell her I'll meet her just off Market Street. She's a manx female who's got no tail. I'll be up your way next week. The place where I am lodging, it drives me off me dock. The landlady's got a faulty flue and a smoky chimney pot. She went down to a place in town to a chimney sweep she knew. She said, would you kindly sweep my flue? And the chimney sweep said with a frown, not now, but I'll be up your way next week. I'll be up your way next week. I'm so busy with the neighbour's flue, I've only got one brush, I can't sweep two. In the chimney sweeping business, I'm rather busy, so to speak. I'll be happy as a thrush when I get another brush. I'll be up your way next week. Happy as a thrush when I get another brush. I'll be up your way next week.
Oh, the Blackpool Bell was a getaway train that went from northern stations. What a beautiful sight on a Saturday night, bound for the illuminations. No mothers and dads, just girls and lads, young and fancy free, out for the laughs on the Golden Mile at Blackpool by the sea. I remember very well all the happy guys aboard the Blackpool Bell. I remember them pals of mine when I ride the Blackpool line, and the songs we sang together on the Blackpool Bell. Little Piggy Greenfield, he was there, he thought he was mighty slick. He bought a hat on the Golden Mile, the hat said, kiss me quick. Piggy was a lad for all the girls, but he drank too much beer. He made a pass at a Liverpool lass, and she pushed him on the pier. I remember very well all the happy guys aboard the Blackpool Bell. I remember them pals of mine when I ride the Blackpool line, and the songs we sang together on the Blackpool Bell. Ice Cream Sally could never settle down, she lived for a knickerbocker glories, till she clicked with the bloke who said he was broke, but she loved his ice cream stories. Sally took it all in with a smile and a grin, she fell for Sailor Jack. They went for a trip to the Isle of Man and never did come back. I remember very well all the happy guys aboard the Blackpool Bell. I remember them pals of mine when I ride the Blackpool line, and the songs we sang together on the Blackpool Bell. Some of us went up the Blackpool Tower, and others in the Tunnel of Love. A few made up for the Blackpool sands under the pier above. There was always a rush at the midnight hour, but we made it just the same. And I made up for the Liverpool lass, but I never could remember her name. But I remember
songs we sang together on the Blackpool Bell. Now the Blackpool Bell has 1,000 tales if they could all be told. Many of these I will recall as I am growing old. They were happy days and I miss the times we'd pull the curtains down, and the passion wagon would steam back home and we would go to town. I remember very well all the happy gang aboard the Blackpool Bell. I remember them pals of mine when I rode the Blackpool line, and the songs we sang together on the Blackpool Bell.
First I heard about it was when Uncle George next door came and told me Mum and Dad, with the country being at war, they'd have to send us kids away to keep us safe from harm, somewhere in the country to a village or a farm. And as we climbed aboard the train, the summer skies began to rain. It helped to hide the tears, but it couldn't hide the fears that we might not see us Mum and Dad again. Evacuees, waving from the window of the train, taken from the ones we love until the dove of peace can fly in the endless skies When we got to where we got, we all stood in a line. People came to take us, and I wondered which was mine, until a great big farmer bloke with whiskers like a tree said, you and your young brother can come along home with me. And as we left we heard them all. Batty Higgins stood alone. He said, because of my great size, I'll be the Buddha prize, but they think I'll leave them out of house and home. Evacuees, waving from the window of the train, taken from the ones we love until the dove of peace can fly in the endless skies and off we went.
He couldn't pass, he couldn't shoot, he couldn't use his head. He ran just like a sailor who had lost his wooden leg. He didn't have no ball control and everyone could see. So his mummy made him be a referee. Glory, glory, hallelujah. Yeah, the cards are coming to ya. If you think this song's peculiar, then you've never seen a referee. Glory, glory, hallelujah. Yeah, the cards are coming to ya. If you think this song's peculiar, then you've never seen a referee. He never smiled, he never laughed, he never made a joke. He had a face just like a stoker when his poker broke. But he learned to blow a whistle with a little fee. So his mummy made him be a referee. Glory, glory, hallelujah. Yeah, the cards are coming to ya. If you think this song's peculiar, then you've never seen a referee. Glory, glory, hallelujah. Yeah, the cards are coming to ya. If you think this song's peculiar, then you've never seen a referee. Glory, glory, hallelujah. Yeah, the cards are coming to ya. If you think this song's peculiar, then you've never seen a referee. Glory, glory, hallelujah. Yeah, the cards are coming to ya. If you think this song's peculiar, then you've never seen a When you're feeling weary, when you're feeling scared, hear the dearie, dearie me, wondering how you dared go, looking for the real thing, searching for the one, looking for the perfect creature, and finding there are none. Out in the blue and yellow morning, that's where I'll be, where our hearts touched, and you know how much that means to me. You will find no pity in the dirty town, in the great big city where the nighttime gets you down. When your nerves are screaming, you can take no more. You will find me dreaming where you found me once before. Out in the blue and yellow morning, that's where I'll be, where our hearts touched, and you know how much that means to me. Just be quiet now, don't try to speak. You've been a long way, and I know you're still weak. I know how you feel, but old injuries heal. Sort up the wrong from the right and the real, and you're nearly there. Pay no heed to those who try to spoil your day. Come to one who knows you and shows you the way. Out in the blue and yellow morning, that's where I'll be, where our hearts touched, and you know how much that means to me. Where our hearts touched, and you know how much that means to me. Dutchman's not the kind of man to leave his thumb jammed in the jam that holds his dreams in. But that's a secret only Margaret knows. When Amsterdam was golden, in the morning Margaret brings him breakfast. She believes him. He thinks the tulips bloom beneath the snow. He's mad as he can be, but Margaret only sees that sometimes she sees her unborn children in his eyes. Let us go to the banks of the ocean, where the walls rise above the Zuyder Zee. Long ago, I used to be a young man, and dear Margaret remembers that for me. The Dutchman still wears wooden shoes, his cap and coat are patched with love that Margaret sewed in. Sometimes he thinks he's still in Rotterdam. He watches tugboats down canals and calls out to them when he thinks he knows the captain. Till Margaret comes to take him home again, through unforgiving streets, tripping though she holds his arm. Sometimes he thinks that he's alone and calls her name. Let us go to the banks of the ocean, where the walls rise above the Zuyder Zee. Long ago, I used to be a young man, and dear Margaret remembers that for me. Winter swells the windmills, she winds his muffler tighter, faces in the kitchen. And the tea with whiskey keeps away the dew. He sees her for a moment, calls her name, she makes his bed up, humming some old love song. She learned it when the tune was very new. He hums a line or two, they hum together in the night. The Dutchman falls asleep and Margaret blows the candle out. Let us go to the banks of the ocean, where ago, I used to be a young man, and dear Margaret remembers that for me. Let us go to the banks of the ocean, where the walls rise above the cider sea. Long ago, I used to be a young man, and dear Margaret remembers that for me.
Mist over the Mersey in the early morning sun. The dark night has ended and another day begun. There's a time for loving and a time for sorrow too. A time, my love, for leaving you. Mist over the water as we make our way to sea. I recollect those treasures, memories of you and me. Recall the sweet freshness of those moments when we met. Those times in the past I won't forget. Mist over the water, and though I never said, you know it nearly broke my heart to think our love was dead. Without a word, without a sigh, I left you, it is true. But you know
I'll always worship you. Though you never said love, I think you really see there's a new love and a true love where the other used to be. Life must go on, love, like the ever-ebbing sea. It washes o'er so many memories. Miss over the Mersey in the early morning sun. The dark night has ended and another day begun. There's a time for loving and a time for sorrow too. A time, my love, for leaving you.
There are strange goings on in a quaint northern town, which the folk here are trying to keep quiet. It's a cause of sensation, so they're playing it down, cause they're frightened of starting a riot. There's 10 men with arms that are 30 foot long, on their heads are as smooth as boiled eggs. On the man who sells pies has got 3 great big eyes. On the rum-filling hooker, it's green with 6 legs. For the merchants of landing in Wigan, on the wearing flat caps on their door, and they paid all the subs to the working men's clubs, cause Wigan reminds them of home. Now the merchants had lost all the bearings one night, as the compass had gone up the spout. As they landed on Slaggy, the captain said, "Right, we're home lads, so let's all file out." Well, they soon realised that they'd made a mistake, so some digs to the knee they all booked. Where they trotters and hot pot some fresh Eccles cakes, but when they tasted black puddings, them merchants were out. For the merchants of landing in Wigan, oh, they were wearing flat caps on their domes, and they paid all the subs to the working men's clubs, cause Wigan reminds them of home. Now the merchants play bingo and speak local lingo like city and ale out flour. From the pier every day you can go up Milky Way or a UFO trip round Blackpool Tower. So next time you're passing through Wigan, look out and remember the things I have said. Beware of the ones who have clogs on their feet and earliels stuck out the top of their heads. For the merchants of landing in Wigan, and they're wearing flat caps on their domes, and they paid all their subs to the working men's clubs, cause Wigan reminds them of home. Wigan reminds them of home. Wigan reminds them of home. Hey, get some.
Again, Kathleen, across the ocean wild and wide, to where your has ever been. Since first you were my bonny bride, the roses all have left your cheek. I've watched them fade away and die. Your voice is sad whene'er you speak, and tears bid in your loving eyes. Oh, I will take you back, Kathleen, to where your heart will feel no pain. And when the fields are fresh and green, I will take you to your home again. I know you love me, Kathleen dear. Your heart was ever fond and true. I always feel when you are near that life holds nothing dear but you. The smiles that once you gave to me, I scarcely ever see them now. Though many, many times I see a darkening shadow on your brow, but I will take you back again to where your heart will feel no pain. And when the fields are fresh and green, I will take you home again, Kathleen. The tears have all been shed now. We've said our last goodbye. His soul's been blessed and he's laid to rest, and it's now I feel alone. He was more than just a father, a teacher, my best friend. He can still be heard in the tunes we shared when we played them on our own. Oh, I never will forget him, for he made me what I am. Though he may be gone, memories linger on, and I miss him, the old man. As a child, he'd take me walking by mountain, field and stream. He taught me things not known to kings, a secret between him and me. Like the color of the pheasant as he rises in the dawn, and how to fish and make a wish beside a holy tree. Oh, I never will forget him, for he made me what I am. Though he may be gone, memories linger on, and I miss him, the old man. I thought he'd live forever. He seemed so big and strong. But the months fly and the years roll by for a father and a son. Then suddenly when it happens, there's so much left unsaid. No second chance to tell him thanks for everything he'd done. Oh, I never will forget him, for he made me what I am. Though he may be gone, memories linger on. God, I miss him, the old man.
There's a place in Wigan, a place you all should know. A busy little factory where things are all the go. They don't make chips or Eccles cakes or things that stick on walls, but night and day they work away at Uncle Joe's mint balls. Oh, Uncle Joe's mint balls keep you all aglow. Give 'em to your granny and watch the beggar go. Away with coughs and sniffles, take a few in hand. Suck 'em and see, you'll agree they're the best in all the land. Well, me dad has always wanted curly hair on his bald head. Well, try an Uncle Joe's mint ball, that's what the doctor said. So we bought an Uncle Joe's mint ball, sucked it all night long. When he woke up next morning, heaters all over his tongue. Oh, Uncle Joe's mint balls keep you all aglow. Give 'em to your granny and watch the beggar go. Away with coughs and sniffles, take a few in hand. Suck 'em and see, you'll agree they're the best in all the land. Well, I had a girlfriend, her name were May, in passion she were lacking. Well, I gave her whiskey to make her frisky, and still she wouldn't get cracking. So I gave her an Uncle Joe's mint ball to keep her all aglow. Now she roams the streets of Wigan, looking for Uncle Joe. Oh, Uncle Joe's mint balls keep you all aglow. Give 'em to your granny and watch the beggar go. Away with coughs and sniffles, take a few in hand. Suck 'em and see, you'll agree they're the best in all the land. The RSPCA have bought 6 tons of Uncle Joe's to give to all the animals to keep 'em on a glow. Budgie now is 9 foot tall, a cat is 6'3", and all the poor brass monkeys are as happy as can be. Oh, Uncle.
As I was a-walking one morning in spring, I met with some travellers on an old country lane. One was an old man, the second a maid, the third was a young boy who smiled as he said, with the wind in the willows and the birds in the sky, there's a bright song to warm us wherever we lie. We have bread and fishes and a jug of red wine to share on our
beside them with the gay flowers around. We ate from our mantle, spread out on the ground. They told me of people, of prophets and kings, and told of the one God who knew everything. With the wind in the willows and the birds in the sky, there's a bright song to warm us wherever we lie. We have bread and fishes and a jug of red wine to share on our journey with all of mankind. So I asked them to tell me their names and their age, that I might remember with kindness and grace. My name it is Joseph, this is Mary my wife, and this is our young son who is our delight. With the wind in the willows and the birds in the sky, there's a bright song to warm us wherever we lie. We have bread and fishes and a jug of red wine to share on our journey with all of mankind. We are travelling to Glaston, down England's green lanes, to hear of men's troubles, to hear of men's pains. We travel the wild world, over land, over sea, to tell all the people how they can be free. With the wind in the willows and the birds in the sky, there's a bright song to warm us wherever we lie. We have bread and fishes and a jug of red wine to share on our journey with all of mankind. So sadly I left them on that old country lane. I know that I never shall see them again. One was an old man, the second a maid, the third was a young boy who smiled as he said, with the wind in the willows and the birds in the sky, there's a bright song to warm us wherever we lie. We have bread and fishes and a jug of red wine to share on our journey with all of mankind.
A Lancashire lad and a Lancashire lass stood on the cindery ground. For 2 weeks each year the common with us, the lad and the lass wore the crown. I've come into Wiggs, says Jimmy to Joe, there's 2 sets of dodgers this year. My father is giving me a for crack, and my mother, she's done cut me out. Remember them 2 girls from down Astley Street that we met on Long's Market Square? Well, they'll be on Caterpillar on Saturday night, and they reckon as we ain't be there. A Lancashire lad and a Lancashire lass stood on the cindery ground. For 2 weeks each year the common with us, the lad and the lass wore the crown. There's no taste as good as butter was paste, with vinegar all steaming and black. And there's one last ride on Cummins' spur afore we makes our way back. Although we were young and although we were daft, I think's back again and I longs for Long Daniel Burr gets less every year, it'll soon be just in a song. A Lancashire lad and a Lancashire lass stood on the
simply ground. 2 weeks each year, the common withers, the lad and the lass for the crown. At coming to Quicks, says Jimmy to Joe.
When everything you're after turns out in disaster and you're feeling bad, when everything you're doing turns to wreck and ruin and you are growing mad, at the crossroads you were standing, waiting for a hand to show you where to go. But as the rain is lashing, no one else is passing by to let you know. Then call on me and I'll help you to cry. That's the least that I can do when I say goodbye to you. You wonder why. All I'm gonna do is help you cry. Now you've got your freedom, your eyes begin to see some things they've never known. Find time is not forgiving, and soon you'll be living on your own. I'm not saying you can't take it, or that you won't make it when I'm gone. You look at me with daring, but I'm not even caring if you get along. Then call on me and I'll help you to cry. That's the least that I can do when I say goodbye to you. You wonder why. All I'm gonna do is help you cry. I'm not trying to fool you, or even to be cruel. You know me far too well. But if you've been yourself here, I might have found some reason not to disappear. But it's far too late now. I'm taking the first train that passes by. I could say I'm sorry, but I'm in a hurry and it would be a lie. Then call on me and I'll help you to cry. That's the least that I can do when I say goodbye to you. You wonder why. All I'm gonna do is help you cry. There's a cozy little spot I know lies just inside of Houghton, whose praises I will sing to you in rhyme. Where lives me dear old granddaddy, and me granny too, God bless 'em, and many an hour I've spent there in me time. They have a little garden on a slap-up little greenhouse, where ground that passes many an hour away. He's happy and contented among his plants and flowers, and if I should pop in, he's sure to say, man, I'm fain to see this Indian hand. I'm as fain as if they'd give me half a crown. Now they wanna go away, they mun stop and have the tea, for I'm greatly fain to see this Indian hand. God bless the silver yeggs, they are both very old and feeble, they're getting very near their journey's end. But still
Well, I feel quite certain that when death shall separate them, inevitable their lives again will blend. They've always been contented, they've tried to do their duty, no beggar from their doors been turned away. However ragged and tattered, he's always axed them inside, and then he with a smile to them would say, on I'm fain to see this simply end. I'm as fain as if they'd give me half a crown. Never wanna go away, them won't stop and I'll detain, for I'm greatly fain to see this simply end. I think we might a lesson learn from this outburst so humble, and try like them to lead a blameless life. And if we're ever tempted to be selfish and hard-hearted, let's throw those nasty feelings clean away. Let's try to do to others as we'd have them do to us, and remember what me granddad used to say. I'm fain to see this simply end. I'm as fain as if they'd give me half a crown. Never wanna go away, them won't stop and I'll detain, for I'm greatly fain to see this simply end.
You come to Wigan, it is no disgrace to see all the sights. Well, there's only one place, it's down by the Deadless. It's water so dark, a place known by everyone as Central Park. It's been there a long time, to some it's a shrine. The holies of holies, they stand there in line to pass through a turnstile, a hole in the wall. You're welcome to join them, so come one and all. It's called Wigan Rugby, the pride of the town. It's called Wigan Rugby, they won't let you down. So come on, my lads, let's cheer and shout loud, for the cherry and whites make you proud. I remember my dad used to talk of the times of Norgren and Ashcroft at three-quarter line. Martin Ryan at fullback would run with the ball. Dad said that those days were the best of them all. I remember that team used to fill me with pride, of Boston and Ashton, Holden and McTighe, when they went to Wembley in year 65. I know on that day it was good being alive. It's called Wigan Rugby, the pride of the town. It's called Wigan Rugby, they won't let you down. So come on, my lads, let's cheer and shout loud, for the cherry and whites make you proud. So come on, support them and bring your friends too. The team of the day deserves both me and you. They brought back the crowds, and to us they're the best. Well led by that mountain, that big Graham West. I know that they'll try to make us proud of them. We'll follow you, Wigan, right to the end. So raise up your glasses, let's drink and say cheers. Good luck and good fortune may last many years. It's called Wigan Rugby, the pride of the town. It's called Wigan Rugby, they won't let you down. So come on, my lads, let's cheer and shout loud, for the cherry and whites make you proud. And again, it's called Wigan Rugby, the pride of the town.
It's Galway and Rugby, they won't let you down. So come on, me lads, let's cheer and shout loud, for the cherry and whites make you proud. For the cherry and whites make you proud.
It's a lesson too late for the learning, made of sand, made of sand. In the wink of an eye my soul was turning, in your hand, in your hand. Are you going away with no word of farewell? Will there be not a trace left behind? I could have loved you better, didn't mean to be unkind. You know that was the last thing on my mind. As we walk, all my thoughts are tumbling round and round, round and round. Underneath our feet the subway's rumbling, underground, underground. Are you going away with no word of farewell? Will there be not a trace left behind? I could have loved you better, didn't mean to be unkind. You know that was the last thing on my mind. You got reasons aplenty for going, this I know, this I know. For the weeds have been steadily growing. Please don't go, please don't go. Are you going away with no word of farewell? Will there be not a trace left behind? I could have loved you better, didn't mean to be unkind. You know that was the last thing on my mind. Are you going away with no word of farewell? Will there be not a trace left behind? I could have loved you better, didn't mean to be unkind. You know that was the last thing on my mind. As I lie in my bed in the morning, without you, without you. Each song in my breast dies a mourning, without you, without you. Are you going away with no word of farewell? Will there be not a trace left behind? I could have loved you better, didn't mean to be unkind. You know that was the last thing on my mind. Yes, you know that was the last thing on my mind. In the chilly hours and minutes of uncertainty, I want to be in the warm hold of your love and mind. To feel you all around me and to take your hand along the sand. Ah, but I may as well try and catch the wind. When sundown hails the sky, I want to hide a while behind your smile. And everywhere I look, your eyes I find.
For me to love you now would be the sweetest thing, would make me sing. Ah, but I may as well try and catch the wind. When rain has hung the leaves with tears, I want you near to kill my fears, to help me to leave all my blues behind. For standing in your heart is where I want to be and long to be. Ah, but I may as well try and catch the wind. Yes, standing in your heart is where I want to be and long to be. Ah, but I may as well try and catch the wind. Ah, but I may as well try and catch the wind. It's good to see you, so good to see you. Oh, how I've missed you since I've been gone. I've crossed the oceans, traveled through many lands. It's good to see you, to be in your home. There's something in me that needs to wander. There's many a land I have to see. When I am far away in a land of strangers, I know my good friends think of me. It's good to see you, so good to see you. Oh, how I've missed you since I've been gone. I've crossed the oceans, traveled through many lands. It's good to see you, to be in your home. When a man is down on his fortune, he stands alone, sometimes alone. He looks around him, looking for an open hand. Sometimes there's one, sometimes there's none. It's good to see you, so good to see you. Oh, how I've missed you since I've been gone. I've crossed the oceans, traveled through many lands. It's good to see you, to be in your home. Oh, it's a wonder when it comes to friendship. No matter how far away, no matter how long, there's a constant thread that's never broken, and it ties me to my friends at home. It's good to see you, so good to see you. Oh, how I've missed you since I've been gone. I've crossed the oceans, traveled through many lands. It's good to see you, to be in your home. It's good to see you, so good to see you. Oh, how I've missed you since I've been gone. I've crossed the oceans, traveled through many lands. It's good to see you, to be in your home. Have you seen the old man in the closed down market, kicking up the papers with his worn out shoes? In his eyes you see no pride, his hands hang loosely by his side. Yesterday's papers telling yesterday's news. So how can you tell me you're lonely and say for you that the sun don't shine? Let me take you by the hand and lead you through the streets of London. I'll show you something to make you change your mind. Have you seen the old girl who walks the streets of London? Dirt in her hair and her clothes in rags. She's no time for talking, she just keeps right on walking, carrying her home in two carrier bags. So how can you tell me you're lonely and say for you that the sun don't shine? Let me take you by the hand and lead you through the streets of London. I'll show you something to make you change your mind. In the all-night cafe at 11:15, same old man sitting there on his own, looking at the world over the rim of his teacup. Each tea lasts an hour, then he wanders home alone. So how can you tell me you're lonely and say for you that the sun don't shine? Let me take you by the hand and lead you through the streets of London. I'll show you something to make you change your mind. Have you seen the old man outside the Seaman's Mission? Memories fading with the metal ribbons that he wears. In our winter city, the rain cries, little pity, one more forgotten hero in a world that doesn't care. So how can you tell me you're lonely and say for you that the sun don't shine? Let me take you by the hand and lead you through the streets of London. I'll show you something